How about
Okay, it is 6:30 p.m. and we will call this meeting to order. Notice is hereby given that a special meeting of the City Council of the City of Sandy Oaks, Texas will be held on Tuesday, August 31st, 2021 at 6:30 p.m. By telephonic video conferencing, which will be live streamed and accessible to the public as provided below for the purpose of considering the following agenda items. All agenda items are subject to action. In an effort to advance the public health goal of limiting face-to-face meetings, also called social distancing, to slow the spread of the coronavirus COVID-19, there will be no in-person public access to the meeting. In accordance with the order of the Office of the Governor issued March 16th, 2020, the City of Sandy Oaks will provide a live stream video and telephonic access of the meeting to the public. The public may participate in the meeting by using the links or phone numbers that are provided on the agenda. The public will be permitted to offer public comments telephonically or by audio as provided by the agenda and as permitted by the presiding officer during the meeting by signing up with the city secretary at least 2 hours in advance of the meeting, by emailing cityclerk@cityofsandyoaks.com, or by calling 210-607-0834. Written comments may be submitted to the city secretary up to 2 hours before the meeting by emailing cityclerk@cityofsandyoaks.com and will be provided to the city council for their consideration. A recording of the telephonic meeting will be made and will be available to the public in accordance with the Texas Public Information Act upon written request. Item 1 on the agenda is quorum call. Ms. Rafe, can you do that for us, please?
Mayor Pro Tem Fillinger,
Here.
Alderman Brickett,
Gary, that's you.
Alderman Brickett,
Here,
Alderman Crickmer,
here?
Alderwoman Puente.
Here.
There's a quorum present.
Okay, Alderman Rapino is absent. And we have Pledge of Allegiance on the agenda, but there's only 2 of us here. Should we go ahead and do that?
I move. Go ahead, Cassandra.
Oh, I was leaving that up to the mayor.
Let's do it.
If you want.
It's been a rough week. Okay, everyone please stand. I pledge
Allegiance
allegiance
to the flag of the United States,
States of America.
to the republic,
To the republic for which it stands,
nation,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with
liberty and justice for all.
It's interesting with the delay.
Yeah.
Okay, item 3, citizens to be heard. Ms. Ray, did we have any citizens to be heard?
No, we didn't.
Okay, we'll move on to item number 4, consent agenda. There were 2 items on the consent agenda. Item A was approve the minutes from the August 12th, 2021 regular city council meeting. And item B, a resolution repealing resolution 2016-33, retaining GrantWorks Inc. as grant advisor and grant application preparer.
I move we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Ooh, that's not how we
I'll
did it.
second.
Wait, time out. That's not how we did it. Remember, we pulled 1 item.
Okay, ma'am.
Oh, Mayor.
I move that
So
we.
before we move on, just so that we're clear, what we're doing is restating the actions and that we did last Thursday.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I move that we pull item B for discussion.
I'll second that.
okay. And perfect. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 All right,
Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. So for item A, the reason that we are considering a resolution repealing 2016-33 retaining Grant Works, Inc. Is because it is an old resolution that was put in place back in 2016. At the time, we were not able to engage with Grant Works because we were under CDBG and there was a conflict. So there was never any progress made with that resolution. Because we are now working with Grant Works on a different item totally, it was just recommended to remove any confusion about the relationship between us and Grant Works that we repeal this resolution.
I,
And before we move on, Ms. Ortiz, the second on this one was by Alderman Rapino. How does that get addressed here?
Since he's absent, Alderwoman Fuentes seconded, I guess, the removal of item B, so any other alderman can make the second. In any case that he made the motion, any other alderman can make the motion.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
okay. I move that we approve item B.
I'll second that.
Okay, so we have a motion by Alderman Fillinger and a second by Alderwoman Puente to approve resolution, repealing resolution 2016-33. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Okay, we'll move on to item 9B.
Actually, Mayor, I don't think you approved or there was any approval of the remainder of the consent agenda.
Right, A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did.
I thought I heard a motion to remove item B and then a motion to approve item B. I never heard item A. Is that right?
Well,
Yeah,
originally,
that was,
Alderman Fillinger made a motion to approve as presented, but, well, let's redo that then. So let's go back to item 4A.
I move we approve item A.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay, so we have a motion by Alderman Fillinger and a second by Alderwoman Puente to approve item A on the consent agenda. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Okay, now we will move on to item 9B.
Actually, we're gonna go 9B is in the.
Got it.
Actually, we're working on
Okay.
item
9A.
5A.
5A, yes. That's what's confusing me, Charlotte. It's got that
Yeah.
number 9 at the end. Okay, 5A. Discuss and/or possible action on RFPs for solid waste collection, disposal, and recycling services received and selection of the contractor. And so we only received one response to our RFP from Tiger Sanitation. I would recommend that we extend the deadline to be September 20th of 2021, close of business. And I will entertain a motion at this time.
I move to extend the deadline as stated.
I'll second it.
Okay. Make a note that we're extending. Okay. We have a motion by Alderman Fillinger and a second by Alderwoman Puente to extend the deadline for proposals to September 20th. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Item 5, discuss and/or possible action on ordinance 2021-186, adopting the proposed 2021 through 2022 fiscal year budget for the city of Sandy Oaks. This budget will raise more total property taxes than last year's budget by $61,021.25. and 13.55%. And of that amount, $12,846.54 is tax revenue to be raised from new property added to the tax roll this year. So on this one, sorry, I turned the page. There it is. Okay.
Madam Mayor, I move that we amend the proposed budget, striking each instance of Marshall's Department to Police Department.
I'll second that.
Okay, hold on just a moment. Got it. Okay. All right. So we have a motion by Alderman Fillinger to approve the revised proposed budget, and also to strike or replace any reference to any budget line items that read Marshall or Marshall Department to reflect police or police department.
Madam Mayor, we need to approve the amendment and then move
Each
to the
one
main
separately.
question.
Got it. Okay. So let me recall that, or I'm not quite sure what the correct term is. We'll start over. So we have a motion by Alderman Fillinger and a second by Alderwoman Puente to replace any reference to Marshall or Marshall's Department to reflect police or police department in the revised proposed budget. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Okay, the second part of this is a motion to actually adopt the proposed budget as amended.
Yes, ma'am. I move that we adopt ordinance 2021-186, adopting the proposed 2021-22 fiscal year budget for the city of Sandy Oaks with the changes as amended.
I'll
Second.
second.
Who's that? Is that Ms. Puente?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Fillinger and a second by Alderwoman Puente to adopt ordinance 2021-186 that adopts the proposed 2021-2022 fiscal year budget with the changes that were discussed. All in favor say aye.
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 Any
Madam Mayor,
opposed?
Mayor, record vote for this item.
Okay, you are correct. Okay, so I'm sorry, we're going to do a record vote on that one. I'm going to call each of your names individually and you will reply with a yay or nay. We'll start with Mayor Pro Tem Fillinger,
yay.
Alderwoman Puente,
Yay.
Alderman Crickmer,
Yay.
Alderman Bricken,
Yay.
and so that motion carries, and Alderman Rapino is absent. Okay. Yeah, I see that record vote. Okay. Let's move on to item 5C. Discuss and/or possible action on ordinance 2021-187, ratifying the property tax increase reflected in the 2021-2022 fiscal year budget.
I make a motion, Madam Mayor, having adopted the fiscal year 2021-2022 budget, that will require raising more revenue from property taxes in the previous year, I move to adopt an ordinance ratifying the property tax increase reflected on the fiscal 2021-2022 budget, which is in the amount of $61,021.25, or 13.55%, and of that amount, $12,846.54 is tax revenue to be raised from new property tax added to the tax roll this year as reflected in the 2021-2022 fiscal year budget adopted on August 26, 2021.
Alderman Crickmer?
Are we on C, which is 9D, that we're doing
Yes, sir.
21-187?
Yes.
You want me to second that?
Well, Alderman Fillinger did make a motion and it does require a second.
I'll second.
Okay. And so we have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Fillinger and a second by Alderman Crickmer for adopting ordinance 2021-187, ratifying the property tax increase reflected in the 2021-2022 fiscal year budget. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Okay, we'll move on to item 5D. Discuss and/or possible action on resolution 2021-136, setting the maximum tax rate to be considered by City Council for the 2021 tax year.
Madam Mayor, I move the City Council set 0.291976 per hundred as the proposed tax rate for 2021 to be considered for adoption and public hearing on the proposed tax rate to be held September 9th, a regular meeting with notice be published in the Wilson County News.
I'll second it.
Second.
So we have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Fillinger and a second by Alderwoman Puente to adopt resolution 2021-136. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, that motion carries. And item 5C, discuss and/or possible action on an ordinance.
Actually, Mayor, I think we did a record vote on that one also.
Right.
It does not say that, but we will do that. Okay, so we're gonna pull back the motion on this one. Or can we just leave it and then I just take the record vote?
Yes, I think you just take a record vote
Okay.
on
So
D.
for item 5D, I am going to do a record vote on this. As I call your names, please answer yay or nay. Mayor Pro Tem Fillinger,
Yay.
Alderwoman Puente,
Yay.
Alderman Bricken,
Yay.
and Alderman Crickmer.
Yay.
Okay, and Alderman Rapino is absent. Okay. Okay. Item 5E, discuss and/or possible action on an ordinance regulating signs and electronic signs within the city. So this ordinance was, I know we've talked about it twice before, taken action on it before, but there is some specific language that TxDOT was requiring, and they were asking for an ordinance regulating signs in the city. The plan is that this ordinance will be in place until the Planning and Zoning Commission can put together an ordinance regulating these signs. So This is just a mere formality.
I move that we adopt the ordinance as written.
I'll second it.
Okay, so we have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Fillinger and a second by Alderwoman Puente to adopt the ordinance as presented. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
aye,
I,
Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Item 6 on the agenda, it is 6:51 PM and the meeting is now adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and have a great evening.
good night.
Good night.